Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Come on over to our bands. Take a few breaths just to wake up the body. Lift up the heels and lower them. Beautiful. Lift up the heels and lower. Inhale and up. Nice. And now this is just a little wake up move called knocking on the door of life. You sway your arms almost like you're good morning, everyone. We're waking up our body. Good, Karen. You're just waking up with a few breaths up, and then we added on. This is called knocking on the door of life. Just a way to release some tension in the body. And then we're going to take 5 arm circles. So you can take your arms, cross them, lift up your heels at the same time. Cross your arms the other way, lift up your heels at the same time. Take a bigger inhale as our body's waking up. We can take a fuller breath, a little bit of a pause at the top, and we've got it. Now we're going to grab our band. We're going to start with a dynaband or an elastic tubing that you can do bicep curls with. I've got one with handles, so the palms are going to face up. But if you have a dynaband, sometimes it's easier to hold it in a hammer curl position. Bend your elbows and lower. Exhale and lower. So we'll get started, and this is the big cues. The big cues is you're bending your elbows, you're breathing continuously. Now the micro cues are your knees are soft, your shoulders are down the back. You control the band on the way up and on the way down. And exhale. The exhale on the hard part is a nice way to get some abdominal strength to help you. So just a little ab tone to support the back. That's great. Keep going. We're going to do 5 more here. Your neck is easy. No tension there. And exhale, 3, 2, 1 more, exhale. Now release your feet from the band. Take your band about your upper back or scapula area, palms face up. I like to catch a little of the band so that the handles aren't running around all over the place. Push out and see if that's enough tension. Grab more if it's not, exhale 2. Now we are breathing the same, we're breathing out and in. The main thing is you're not holding your breath. I'm going to be adding on, add on if you can. If it's too much, then just use the upper body. Otherwise, you're going to be adding on a calf raise here. Both of the heels go up and they slowly go down. Go up, slowly go down. Now the micro cues. Each toe has equal weight. The body has a tendency to invert the ankle and go out to the pinky toe, but we're not going to put all our weight on the pinky toe. We're going to spread and distribute the weight on each of the toe heads. You're controlling it out, the band out, and you're controlling it in. So you're getting a workout on the push out and the push in. Good. Our goal is to be fatigued at the final repetitions. You want to make it to where it doesn't feel like you could really do anymore. So 9 more, make sure that you feel some tone, but you do have good form. Everyone looks good to me right now. Good. I'm going to have us at 6 more here. There's a little pause at the top if you can with your calves. 5 more here. Good. 4. That's also going to help our vascular system get blood back up. 3, 2, hard. 2, take 1 more, and 1. Very good. Now the band is going to be about wider than your shoulders up here, up tall. Now I'm going to add on, the feet are going to go wider. 2 things at once. At first, just do the pull. Your band goes to about chest. Now, Karen, I'll give you a different cue here in the squat. The first squat option is to have a seat, and this is called second position. Your feet are wider than your shoulders. Let me turn a little bit. As you pull down. Karen, if the external rotation doesn't serve you, you can always do a chair squat. So it's okay. You could also do another calf raise or just don't do the legs. You got it, that looks good. Exhale. The main thing is You're finding something healthy to do in this time for you. The body starts getting used to the fact that you're caring for it, starts craving it, the happy hormones start kicking in, and it's a natural high. So from here, we're going to take 9 more. You notice the heart rate is going up a little bit because the big muscles of our legs. Good. Pull down. Now, as I go down, the heels are heavier than the toes. I can lift the toes here and slide a piece of paper under them. That's how little weight they have. Your knees are tracking with your middle hip and with your second toe. They're not collapsing inwards. Let's take 3 more. 2, and if you would like a bonus, stay low and add a little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, come back up. Now, when you're up, lift your shoulders up and around. Should feel like you want the stretch, want the movement. 2 and 1. Now you're going to step on your band with both heels in the middle. Both heels are in the middle of the band. Both tails are equal, both ends of your band. Elbows go out, and I want you to notice my wrists. They're in line with my forearms. They're not forced vertical. So if you look at your wrist, you're not forcing them to be vertical. The thumb side of your hand is taller or higher than your pinky side. Your elbows go out. That'll help make the wrist feel better. Good. Out, out. Now check your knees and make sure they're soft. Now at the top, pause. Your elbows should be higher than your wrist. Yeah, so if you've done something like that, then it'll feel really torqued on your wrist, and you don't want that. Your elbows will be higher than your wrist. Good. All right, neck is easy. Knees are soft. You got it, Polly. All right, try 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Good, make sure the elbows are higher than the wrist right here. 2, 1 more. I added 1 more for a bonus. Let it go. And if you need a sip, grab it. I'm going to take off my jacket, grab a sip, and we're going to add on a tricep. Tricep from the back. One hand is behind your skull. The other hand is at your low back area. You're not hurting your shoulder to do it. You're just holding onto the band as an anchor. Now we're going to press the high arm up. Exhale. This one has that nickname, shave the back of the head. Good. Knees are soft. Keep going. This one's 5. Elbow lengthens. Good. Grab a different band if it's not right. 6. When your arms are overhead right now or in life, the ribs tend to push forward. You're going to keep them gently tucked. So your low back is neutral. There's a little inward curve, but it's not excessive. 10 more. You want to feel the push up and you want to feel the resistance down. 9, 8. The back of the arm is really important to keep strong. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Neck is easy. 2, 1. Now we're going to take this hand, this arm back, push up. 1, 2. Good. Chin is parallel to the floor, jaws parallel to the floor. Breathing in and out. Try to keep that full breath, and you can challenge yourself to try to breathe in through your nose throughout our session, or the best you can do. That helps keep the sinuses pliant, and it allows more volume of air to come in. 13, and with your exhale, you gently pull the abs in. 15, good, keep going. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and take your band in front about wider than shoulder height, and you're gonna be wide enough and or with a loose enough band that you can go in front of your body. And look how my arms are pretty long, and that way you don't have to contort your body. This is You can feel your humerus moving in your glenoid fossa. Open up. Good. You feel how good it feels in the back? That's where we're going to be holding it. So find one of those feel good places. You can see how this would be great for posture. Breathe in. This helps prevent rounded shoulders. Now go maybe an inch lower. There's a lot of good places back here. You can do this kind of stretch when you walk through a doorway. It's called a three-way doorway stretch. We're doing it with the dynabands. Now try another place. I just changed mine an inch lower, for example. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then let it go, and then just roll your shoulders, just a little release of tension. Now we're going to take the band at the upper scapula, upper back area. You're going to have the palms face up. Again, I like to catch some of the handle so it's not just whacking me in the torso. And then we're going to take a breaststroke. So you're pushing the band forward and around. Now exhale, forward and around. Exhale, forward and around. Now notice I'm going to open my feet a little bit as an option. You can have a seat, stand back up. Both heels get your weight 50-50. Sometimes one leg will try to take over like a 60-40. So just feel it. Each leg has your weight 50-50. Your knees track with your second toe. You're pressing your palms out. They're facing up, supination. But the neck is not involved. Now you may feel the heart rate being asked to do a little bit more because these are big leg muscles. We want those muscles strong. We want those bones strong. Now we are going to change the direction. So the arms are going to change. The legs will stay the same. So we went out to in. I need to grab more bands. Some slipped out. Out to in. So you're aware, do I have enough tension that I have challenge where I'm going to be fatiguing towards the final repetitions, but I still have good form. The bands are easy to adjust on the fly. Good. Both legs have your weight. The toes are so light you could slide a piece of paper underneath them. 2 more. 1 more. Nice job. Release that and take a little shoulder roll. I'm going to have us grab a sip. You know, I try to get us to do 8 ounces every class so that at least during the class with me, I know you've gotten some hydration. So about 8 ounces a class or so. Now this is probably going to be a lighter band if you have more than one kind of band, but one heel, I have left heel, left hand. And it's a lateral raise, so I can tell I just need a little bit more length. I'm going to step in 2. Now the trick is your body's going to try to lean away, but we're not going to let it. You can see your hand in your peripheral vision. It's not drifting behind you. This shoulder's working, not the neck. So the neck's not working. Abs are helping a little bit. Stabilize. Take 5 more. And we're not needing to go any higher than shoulder height for ours. We're doing high benefit, low risk movements. 2 more. 1 more. Now keep that level of stature with your torso, but change the hand and change the heel. Now exhale, go out, and it's okay. The first one you may have to adjust a little. Micro adjustments, you got it. Now your hand is out to the side, but it is slightly in front of your body, slightly in front. Yep. And control at the top. Good. And 7. Knee soft. I like how your body's not moving to the band. It's independent. It's staying steady. Good. It's to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch your heel, switch your hand. Now take so for example, I have left heel, left hand. Go to the front. Now this is a front raise. It's a little bit more anterior deltoid. Notice how the body tries to turn. Don't let it turn. Stay square. Yeah. 5, that's it. That muscle's working. 6, and it does help if you're not sure, what am I working? You touch it and it tells your brain to send a signal there. Your attention on that muscle gets a better signal to the muscle. Try 5 more, that's the muscle. Making sure we're not leaning back to make the arm lift. Very good. Be soft. That's the muscle. Now, the other hand and the other heel. Step on the band, the deltoid, the front of your shoulder, the shoulder is working. Your toe, you have a little bit of tone in your abs just to make sure you don't lean back. Your wrist, if you look at it, it's straight, it's neutral. Good, you may have to make an adjustment. We're not really going any higher than shoulder height. Now try 5 more, that's your shoulders. 4, not your neck. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna adjust the screen because we're going down, and have all your bands with you. We're going down and we're gonna put a heavier band or 2 in a wrapped position around our feet. So here's your band around your feet. And if it's not hard enough, what you can do is take 2 bands. So I'm going to demonstrate with 2. I'm crossing them both because your back, you want to be strong. It's a stronger area with stronger muscle. Oops, I got spaghetti down here. Okay, here we go. Palms on the tubing, not the handles if you have handles. So this time it's on the tubing and then you pull. Exhale, I'm going to turn so my neck is neutral to you, but that's the move. I like a palm up position. You can experiment, but that supinated feels nice. The shoulders, it's sort of like a way to encourage the shoulders to stay open. Anytime we have an opportunity in our resting positions, we're trying to have a slight external rotation with the humerus, the arms open, because so much of life, they're internal, and we don't want to adapt to that internal rotation and have a rounded upper back or rounded upper shoulder. So we're pulling with that external rotation. You may feel the back, the biceps, and the back of your shoulder. You might also feel how your spinal extensors are working to stay upright. Breathe in fully and exhale. Good. If it ever feels like you're rounding in your low back and you just can't correct it, you want to put a pillow or a folded blanket under your hips. That'll help. All right, try a few more here. 3, 2, 1. Now I have 2 springs, so I'm going to get rid of one of mine. If you have 2, you might want to get rid of one. And you're going to have one band, cross it like an X. Now put your elbows beside your ribs, and then like you have a little ball underneath your elbows that you don't want to let go of. Now open up the forearms. Keep your elbows to the ball of your ribs. Your elbows are touching your shirt. Now this is a very small therapeutic motion, external rotation. Open up the forearms. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Super good. All right, 5, 4. These little stabilizers in the back of the shoulder are getting attention, and they don't usually get attention, so they love it. Now, just kind of shake it out. It's an informal release of tension. You're going to open up your arms a bit more. I kind of imagine that you're hugging backwards. Your arms are circular in nature, round here. Yeah, and your hands go wide. I do have my band crossed. If you found that's too much for your band or your arms, then you can uncross them, but it's fine to just leave them in an X. Resist the return of the band. So you have to pull the band wide, but then you resist it as it comes back in. Neck is easy. If you find your neck is getting too involved, lower the arms a little bit, but keep that X, that big that big T. So it's like you're the letter T. 3, 2, 1. Now release the shoulders in circles. and I'm going to turn so you can see me, but you're going to separate the band now. They're no longer crossed. Now you could have a handle or you can hold on to the tubing. The first option is to bend your elbows. So if you find, wow, I want to add on, there's a couple things we can do. If you can use your abs to get into a crunch. If that does not serve your back, you're going to stay upright and you're probably going to grab more tubing. So you may do whichever is healthiest for you. The other, I said healthiest because there's 3 options. The other option is lifting your elbow up a little bit. That's going to make it harder. So I'm going to show a couple different ways. You could scoop, have your elbows up. You've got an ab crunch going on here. You got it. Belly in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now sit up tall. Put the hands, they're facing behind you now, or the pinky is facing towards the wall behind you. And I'm beside my hips. I'm barely above the floor. Kind of like a low V. Let me get away from that beautiful light so that you can see. Yes. Pull. I'm going to turn so you can see me from a different view, but you can keep going. Good. Exhale. That's it. Holly, you got it. Long arms. And the arms are long towards the floor, kind of like you're an upside down V. Exhale. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now I'm going to break it up with a little stretch. So leave your legs out. Go up with one arm and put it back. This is called the rack. Go up with one arm and put it back. Lift your heart. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3. This is for posture. 2. Inhale. And then exhale, come back. Now, if you have 2 bands that you can use, do that. Or if you have a heavier one, do that. So wrap the heavy one around your feet, cross it like an X, or wrap 2 bands. Now, I've got an X in me. I'm holding on to the tubing. We're holding on to the tubing. We're going to bend one elbow and rotate at the same time. Now, let's say it's the left elbow. You're rotating left. Now, exhale, rotate right. And exhale, rotate left. Now, I'm going to add some more cues. You want to stay really tall when you rotate. You're not leaning over to the side. You're just rotating. Your sternum, if it were a light, like on a lighthouse, it would be scanning the horizon left, scanning the horizon right. So your sternum faces one wall, front, and then the other wall. I like a palm up position, but you can also hold it neutral where the thumb faces up. So you can do palm up or thumb up. I'm going to offer the palm up a little bit more. I tend to like that position more. Exhale, you're going to feel your bicep, your rear shoulder, and your back. Now, see if you can notice, is one side easier to rotate to one way than the other? And a lot of times we have a sport where one rotational side is more emphasized, or a job that one right side's more rotated more frequently. So at this moment, you have a chance to be conscious. And if you need to spend a little extra energy to rotate so it's more equal, this is your chance. Try 4 more. Rotate. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now I'm going to change my band out. This is a pretty heavy one. It's a purple one. I'm going to change it out and put it around your feet. Now we're going to do a little bit of a pattern, so I need to get away from the wall. Go out with no cross this time. Go out 5 times like a T. 5. We're going to do a little pattern because doing patterns of coordination is really good for the brain to help prevent dementia. 2, Now we're going to do 5 bicep curls. So you just want to go back to memory and remember, what did we do for bicep curls? And it went something like this. 3, 2, now we're going to do 3 T's. So open up 3, 2, now 3 bicep curls. 3, 2, now the pattern is one of each for now. So go out, upright. If you're leaning back in biceps, bicep, lean back. Out, lean back, up, go wide. Lean back, up. 5 more patterns. And out. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. Legs squeeze together. And 1. Beautiful job. Now let those go. We're going to take an inner thigh stretch that looks like a wide V. Inhale. And as you exhale, your hands can walk down your shin or to the floor. I want you to find what works for you. Now tuck the chin so that your neck feels nice and easy. And breathe, release any tension in your neck. Pull the toes back. If you have any extra available stretch left in here, take 10, 9, that looks beautiful. 8, 7, take an inhale to come back up. And now sit with the feet like a little butterfly. Take your hands to the feet, inhale, and exhale, hinge. Now your elbows could help your knees down if you want. Nothing stressful, but just a gentle assist. Relax your neck, relax your mind. Just for this moment, let yourself be present in your breathing, be present in your body, not the past and not the future. Now inhale and come back up. We're going to take a prayer pose, so palms together. Now the palms are going to continue going down your midline, probably until they separate a couple of inches. Somewhere in here ought to feel like a good stretch. Notice how your shoulders are still down the back. Those little hands do so much for us every day, and they just gripped a lot, so we're letting those get a stretch. And now we're going to put one of those hands over your heart and then the other hand over your heart and just relax into your body, this precious body that does so much for us every day. We're going to take a moment to send a breath of appreciation to all the cells of the body. They're always communicating with us for what they need: water, sunshine, a stretch, a hug, a handhold. They're always communicating with us. And so today we're going to make an intention that we honor our body's signals just by checking in and scanning and honoring what it needs: water, fresh air, movement, a rest. And as we listen to the guidance of our body, we're going to notice our health be better and better. It's with so much appreciation to you. Thank you guys so much for coming. See you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great Tuesday. Bye, everybody.